On a cold, blustery April day, the bats are the thing that is looking to keep both teams nice and warm. It's the Bellarmine Knights taking on the Kentucky Wildcats on another edition of News Celebrates there. Here's the box score from that game. Something to note, Crane not in the lineup tonight against these Cats, so maybe a little spark that the Cats needed to get something going on defense a little bit earlier. Plastiak, of course, with that big home run as well. Here's the starter today for the Cats, Magdiel Cotto. A few appearances from him this season, but Jared, what can we expect a guy that hasn't had too many innings under his belt so far and a little bit higher of an ERA?
Right, as you said, he's only pitched 17 1/3 inning this year, and he's looking to solidify that ERA, get it down, and today's a great opportunity to do so. He's going to try and get ahead in the count early and just get on the batter as soon as he can.
And he's known for his high fastball velocity, sinks it in there at about the mid-90s. Now we move over to the other side on the first base dugout, take a look at the Bellarmine Knights roster, and really the story here has to be Higgins winning the ASUN Player of the Week.
Oh, yeah. Higgins has been electric. In their series with North Alabama, he went 9 for 14 with 3 home runs, 11 RBIs, and 6 runs. So he was just electric last week in getting them everything started, as he will today, at the leadoff spot.
I mean, the fact that he leads the team in home runs, hits, total bases, OPS, runs scored, walks, and steals just kind of tells you about the struggles this Bellarmine team has had so far, but more importantly, how much their offense relies on Matt Higgins to get anything going.
Yeah, for sure, and it's good to see him leading off. We'll see what he can get going here against Kodo to start us off today.
And the first pitch is underway, and it's going to be a high fastball.
Oh, for sure.
Kodo with the 0-2 pitch, and he blows it by him at 93. So Magdiel Cotto is going to escape the inning as we get another look at this pay. Coming back, let's see if the Cats bats can go to work as it's 1-0 Bellarmine.
14, Plastiak 2 for 13, and like you said, Ritter 1 for 12. So your big guys didn't get it done this weekend.
As jump with a chopper over the middle, and it's going to be retired easily for the Knights. And while we have a moment, we'll take a look at this defense for Bellarmine. And we talked about their lineup a little bit earlier, but Jared, anything for us on these Knights defensively? Obviously, we know the big bats around the field, and Higgins in left and Mulkey in right, but...
Right. Well, one thing is Bellarmine has struggled to find consistent fielders.
As Harris puts that one deep in the gap, it's going to be almost at the wall, but ended up put away by Ackerman. And that was a solid hit there by Danny Harris to interrupt you.
Yeah, for sure. It was solid, and as you see, Craven so far 2 outs with only 3 pitches. We'll see if he can keep that up. But as I was saying, Bellarmine's having trouble getting consistent lineup in, and they've only had 4 players that average 2 plate appearances per game and have played 75% of games. And for reference, Kentucky has 8 of those guys who pretty much start for them every day. And Bellarmine's lineup is kind of day-to-day. You got to see who they're going with because it's not always the same group.
Yeah, I would say that they have probably 7 consistent guys, but not quite a full lineup. As the birthday boy steps into the box, Chase Estep. Talked about him a little bit earlier, but really struggled on the road against A&M. As he takes 2 easy balls to start, maybe that his birthday gift on the mound from Craven.
Yeah, I guess one of the best antidotes for coming off a rough weekend is your birthday. You always feel a little more confident at the plate.
As he lets that fastball blow by him there. Estep has really carried the load for this Kentucky offense so far this year. And one thing he credits that to is he actually sold his PlayStation at the end of last season. He said it gave him a lot more time to kind of focus on the game of baseball. As he takes an easy base there.
Yeah, and as you said, selling the PlayStation, that'd be a tough thing for us to do right now, as we were talking before the game about the MLB The Show just dropped. So baseball fans all around the globe right now are hopping on the Xbox, the PlayStation, a little more than usual to play some show.
Of course, of course. Because now, you know that song anywhere. If the hands are going up in KPP, it's got to be Adam Fogel coming to the plate. As he had, we were talking about guys that didn't quite do so well on the road this weekend in College Station, but Adam Fogel really shined as he gets the cleanup spot here today. As he swings and misses at the first one.
Yeah, he had a good series at Texas A&M, just kind of giving us a glimpse of why he was selected to the second team All-Big West last season for Hawaii.
As his best game, he had two 2-for-5 games on Thursday and Saturday, but Thursday he kept them in the game as, wow, Craven is going to pick out E-step.
That one wasn't even close. Typically a pickoff's much closer than that, but that one he caught E-step in his tracks.
Let's take another look here. It looked like E-step was going to try and swipe second, but Craven knew it was coming. So when we return, Bellarmine will be at the dish. Ackerman, but Ackerman's an interesting guy in this lineup because, as you can see, he's got a pretty good batting average there at the 300 mark, and he's really a guy that you can throw in the beginning of a lineup or at the end, and he can really excel as kind of a double leadoff hitter, as certain guys like to do it. I know the Cubs are a team that they like having a guy in there at the end that, you can end the inning with him, or if he gets on base, then you got two leadoff hitters almost to go to work. So he's a guy with speed that can swipe a few bags. As you can see there, he gets that one roped up the middle right by the outstretched hand of Ryan Ritter. Not only speed on the bases, but look at this swing speed from Ackerman as well here. A little late on the fastball, but he just, those hands fly through the zone, and look at him just right up the middle. Almost a nice play by a Ritter.
Right, and as you said, having like virtually two lead.
Harper looking to strike out the side, and it squeaks by him. Good
Look
job
at
by
Liebert.
Kirk Liebert to get back to the bag and end the inning for the Cats. So the extra effort from Kirk keeps the lead at 1. And we'll get another look, and when we come back, Kentucky looking to tie it up. Vogel, Plasiak, and Church. And we're back here inside Kentucky Proud Park, as last inning you saw the Cats take a 2-1 lead, but here's what happened following 2 runs coming in. John Thrasher getting clipped on the back of the cleat. A third potential run could have scored, but good job by Noah Nelson, the first baseman, to make that extra effort and tag out Thrasher. And after a little deliberation, they decided that it would end the inning. So Harney giving up the home run, but Hazelwood and Harney were both solid in that Thursday loss, combining for 8 2/3 innings and 13 Ks. Harney had no walks, and Hazelwood had 1, as Jump puts one in the gap to get the inning started here. Looking to go 2, and he's going to be called safe, as Jump gets a good pitch and jumps all over it.
I see what you did there. Yeah, it seems as if the umpire got a better look here at him sliding into second than they did on the last play that they had to review. So I don't think they're going to have to review this one, but impressive hitting there by Jump, and impressive to turn it into a 2-bagger instead of a single.
Great job by Hunter Jump, too. That was going to be a close play regardless, but he took that turn hard and said, you know what, if I got to go back, I'll go back, but really committed to going to second there.
Right, and that's
there was no, you never quite know what you're going to get here in Lexington. As Harris smacks that one into left field. That's Higgins going back at the foul pole. Harris taking a hard round. Jump is in to score, and Harris will be standing at second with another RBI double.
Right, just rips this one down the line and kind of getting back onto what he was doing early in that A&M series. And that's something we don't see too often, is him turning normal at-bats into extra base hits. He's not really known as a power hitter, but on that one, that was a clear double all the way.
Great job by Harris. Keep this hot streak going for him a little bit. As now the pride of Corbin, Kentucky steps into the box. Chase Estep. As that ball shot straight up behind the plate. Going back at the wall. What a catch by Brodedick. Sliding in. Great web gem there by him.
Yeah, that was mighty impressive. Not only the catch, but just to have the awareness that he's coming up on the wall, sees it, gets his eye on it, decides to slide, and still makes the catch. I mean, that's just magnificent work behind the plate.
Look at him slide right into the wall, but not go crashing in. You know, if you go in a little faster, you might drop it out of your mitt, but if you don't go in there hard enough, you're not going to get there in time. So great awareness by him.
Yeah, great point.
Another fastball missing low and outside. Looks like their scouting report is telling them to throw it on that low corner away from Ritter. He's a guy that mashes baseballs when they're up in the zone.
You hear some chants going here at KPP trying to cheer Ritter on.
As he smacks that one into right field, it's going back at the wall, and it is out of here. Ryan Ritter sends a shot to right field that got out in a hurry, and it's gonna be a home run for the Cats. Increasing their lead to 8. Ryan Ritter continues this run in the 5th inning.
That's his 5th of the year, and like you said, pitches up in the zone, he mashes them, and he did exactly that right there, taking it opposite field.
And look at Ritter, when he gets out of his stance and starts running, he doesn't think it's gonna be a home run. He's still hustling to first base. Mulkey looks up, and it barely squeaks over that yellow line for a home run. That's the spark Ritter needed at the plate. Has been struggling as of late, but good for him. Gets on the board with his 5th of the year, increasing the lead to 8 here in Lexington. And we talked about it a little earlier, but you know when that song comes on, Kentucky's got to pump it up a little bit.
There they go. And Kentucky's pouring across the runs, feeling good, and they scored over 4 runs in that inning alone.
You know what that means. We got to show you the biggie box. When they score over 4 runs in an inning, good things normally happen. All of these games ended up resulting in wins for the Cats. When you score a lot in an inning, chances are you're going to win that game. And here's examples where that's happened so far this year.